Hey, remember back in '93 when Ryan thought Shockmaster was going to be a future world champion?
The modern day wrestling god! What?
And that's why, Jack, you're so smart.
Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's rumors around the company that the Intercontinental title may be returning at Wrestle Kingdom because of the destruction to the UK and the US titles that David Finlay did. Where Wrestle Kingdom 18 will now be a triple threat match between Ospreay, who is the current UK champion, US champion, whatever you want to call it, David Finlay, and Jon Moxley. So, yeah. I guess, before we get into the rest of the card, do you think that they should bring the IC title back? I think I know the answer to that. And who do you have early on going into this match? No, you don't have to make an actual prediction. Like, who are you leaning towards? Obviously, that's not going to come for another 2 months.
Yeah, that's hard. That's kind of what makes it hard to say. But leaning towards is still Finlay, honestly, for 2 reasons. First of all, on commentary when he originally broke the belts, I think it was Chris Charlton said that Gato told him that for the Rebel era, they're going to make a new belt specifically for Finlay. And if that's true, if they're going out of their way to go make like an entirely new fucking belt, and it's not just a return of the Intercontinental,
do you think it's going to be like the Irish title instead of the...
no fucking clue, brother. But I will say that with Ospreay most likely leaving to AEW and Moxley most likely, obviously, being in AEW for the rest of his fucking life, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a way that they're trying to get Finlay some more credibility by having him win this.
Catapult him, be like, hey, look who I beat. Yeah.
And especially if they're making
that.
a belt specifically for him and putting him against 2 guys with a lot of credibility but aren't necessarily in the company, then I could see that.
Now, I can't judge, obviously, how the Japanese fans are taking to David Finlay, but I can tell you right now, the U.S. fans are not a huge proponent.
Well, it's because
in the spot.
You have to look at who he's following. He's following fucking Jay White and Kenny Omega. Like, there's no way. No way. He's never been that. He'll never be that. It's always going to feel kind of like a bad...
Which is crazy to think about because David Finlay was in the same class as Jay White, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yep.
All right, looking at the rest of the card. Do you have the card pulled up for Wrestle Kingdom 18?
No, I can, though.
Yeah, pull it up. Tell me what our hype levels early on on November 12th for a January 4th show. What are our hype levels for the announced matches at Wrestle Kingdom 18? Obviously, we have this match, and you're going to have Naito versus Sonata for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
It's American-ass search engine. I type in WK18 card, and it brings up fucking NFL Week 18. All right. Let's see. Oh, I know you don't give a fuck about half of these because Sonata and
no, I want Naito to win. I want Naito. I will be wearing my LIJ shoes during that show. I want Naito to win so fucking bad.
Yeah. Right now, probably like a 7. Depends on what else they add, but it's already shaping up to be a pretty good show. Okada Danielson rematch is gonna be good.
Yes, obviously, yes, for sure.
Obviously, Despy and Hiromu is gonna be good. Shingo and Tamatanga, everybody kind of shits on his wrestling and stuff, and they've already had this match multiple times. I think they've wrestled 2 or 3 times already for I think even for the open weight belt. So I don't know why they're doing this one again. Seems weird. That one I'm whatever on. None of those matches have they're not bad, but none of them have stood out as anything really special, which is something that's hard to say about Shingo's other matches. So I don't know if it's just a weird pair up or if Tama. I mean, nobody is putting Tama on like their top 20 or anything, but I mean he's not a bad wrestler. I think he just does better in tag stuff. The triple threat is going to be cool.
Do you think he would have done better as a singles if they would have kept him heel?
Probably, yeah.
Like, I mean, if he would have stayed in Bullet Club and broke him away from being in a tag team and made him singles in Bullet Club, he probably would have been a bigger deal, I think.
I think that's part of the problem too. He cut his hair, and then also he's just got a hard time being like a cool face in a way that's very easy for him to be a cool heel. And he just that switch, it doesn't grab the attention the same way, I guess. It's not necessarily his fault or anything. It's not anything he's specifically doing wrong. It's just the change in the look and then the change in the orientation of his character. Just it's not really hitting the same. But it's not like there's anything I could point out and say that he's doing wrong with it either. It's just different. And then Sonata and Naito, and that's not just because I don't want him to block me on Twitter again. I'm genuinely just like, it's just not. It just doesn't hit the same. And then Sonata and Naito, I think everybody at this point kind of wants Naito to win, not necessarily because they're all Sonata haters like you, but I think Naito just getting another run right now would be good for the company, I think.
And Sonata's run has not been good for the company. That's why. It's not been good.
I will say that it has not drawn as much interest from the international fan.
There's no way that you can sit there with a straight face and say that Naito's popularity away from the US in Japan is not 10 levels higher, 100 levels higher than Sonata's.
That's what I'm saying. It would be good for the company because he's more popular. Yeah.
He definitely needs to win this fucking title. Okay. Also, I believe that it would help make him look better with his stable too. Like, see what happens when you left my stable. Your stable's already fucking crumbling. You've already had people fucking turn on you. Your stable wasn't even a year old yet, and somebody already fucking left your stable. And you left my stable. Yeah, you got the title, but then I beat you for that title. Would make his stable regain some credibility when everybody would seem to be leaving his stable. When you had Evil leave, and then you had Sonata leave, and they both won the world title away from him. Naito getting it back, I think, would restore a lot of credibility for his stable as well.
Yeah. Did you see the Shingo versus Trent Beretta match?
No. I saw highlights of it.
It was just it was like 2 nights ago, but yeah, it was. That's one of those things where when I'm looking at Shingo versus Tama on paper, I'm like, it could be good, but then having seen this match before, I know it won't be. But like Shingo in matches normally, and it's not like, again, Trent, nothing wrong with Trent. Trent's a good wrestler, but he's not somebody that you think of as like top guy. But you go watch that fucking match, and it's like there's something there
between the Trent match and Shingo versus Tama and Shingo. The funny thing is even though I know Shingo will beat Trent, and I know that, and I don't know if Tama will. I don't know if Shingo will beat Tama because of how New Japan books, especially at Wrestle Kingdom. I'd still rather see the Trent Beretta Shingo match, even though I know he's going to lose, because I think it's just a way better match.
Just like style matchup, you mean? Just
entertaining. Yeah, it was more entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Tama as the singles, but it just doesn't hit the same for me. And he's not like I said, he's not a bad wrestler. He's solid all the way around. It just doesn't really hit the same.
All right.
But yeah, that Trent match with Shingo was really fucking good.
Was there any other matches announced that you didn't go over yet?
No
multi-tags, obviously, right? They don't announce those super out.
Nah.
Okay. So Danielson, Okada, Sonata, Naito, and the triple threat, and then of course the junior heavyweight. Those are pretty good fucking matches. I'm gonna go. I guess it depends on where they slot Tanahashi on the card.
If they slot Tanahashi on the card.
Tanahashi will be on the card.
Maybe after. Yeah.
If he has like a singles match, I'll go 8. I'll do hype level 8, depending on who is. Well, if it's a singles match, I think it'll obviously be against somebody that's obviously decent, or he wouldn't be in a singles match against them. But if they slot Tanahashi in a multi-tag match, yeah, it'll probably be a 7 like you.